Hey everyone, this is Steli Efti with Close.io, and in today's video, we're going to explore the number one reason why new graduates that are entering the startup world are struggling and failing. So recently, I was talking to a new intern at Close.io, and she was describing to me how she was struggling and having a difficult time figuring out how exactly to play the startup game and how exactly to progress and shine within the startup team. And that question really crystallized a problem that I saw many, many times before with people that are right out of college, kind of fresh, new, ambitious, super smart, and are entering the startup world, which is that the rules are completely changing once you join a startup. And one of the number one rules that is changing dramatically is that if you're an ambitious young kid and you're in school, typically what happens is that you enter an environment that is clear, game dynamics, that is clear rules, where the players are known, and where once you figure out how to play the game and how to get points and how to score and how to progress and how to work your way up the ladder, you just use your intelligence, your ambition, and that knowledge, those rules, to advance in the game, and you become the best in class, and you become the best in outside school activities, and whatever it is that you do, you can progress and do really, really well and shine within a very well defined environment. So what do? In college or in school, you learn the rules, you learn to play the game, and then you play the game as good as possible and you try to win. A lot of times that can be also true for people that have worked their entire life in large corporations. Large corporations are environments with certain rules. They are a bit more complex because there are a lot more politics, a lot more interdynamics, a lot more people, a lot higher stakes a lot of the times. So it takes a while to learn how to play the corporate game really well. But once you know the rules, once you know how to gain points, once you know how to play people and how to advance in a career and move up the ladder, you can just execute on that knowledge and play the game and win. When you enter a startup, you're not playing a game. You're trying to create a game. So when you join a startup team and you're trying to figure out, how can I shine here? How can I advance? How can I gain points? How can I gain recognition? How can I rise to the top of this team? You're concerned about the wrong type of things. You're trying to figure out, what the hell is the game here, while everybody else tries to figure out, what is the game we want to create? What is the corporate culture we're trying to create? What's the product that we're trying to create? What's the market we're going after? What's the business model that we have? Everybody is concerned with questions that are very much focused on creation versus the types of things that you would be concerned about as a person in school, which is a lot more individually focused on yourself, like how can I advance in this, and a lot more about you personally progressing within the group versus you helping to build the school, to figure out what is a school, what are we teaching, what's the curriculum, who are our students, how we're going to find and coach teachers. As a startup, you're building a university versus participating and progressing in one. And I think that shift is pretty big for most people. And a lot of times I find that, in order to not have to struggle through that, you need to be aware of it. So once I was able to go on that long walk with that kind of new intern at Closeout and break it down as in don't worry about yourself. Don't worry about figuring out the rules and how to play the game and how to progress. Try to help us design the best game possible. Try to help us create something amazing, and don't worry about yourself or where you rank in the ladder or how much of an amazing new person or intern you are, or if you've been a better intern than the last. Don't worry about any of that shit. Just help us create the game. That was a big aha moment, and that conversation, helped her focus on the right things and stop worrying about the wrong things. So I thought it might be valuable to you if you're kind of if you're new to the startup environment in general, but also if you are leading a startup team and you're bringing new, fresh talent that might not have a huge amount of experience working in the startup environment, maybe that's a conversation that you want to have early to prevent those kind of fresh people right out of college to struggle and worry and be stressed and focus on the wrong things. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a lot more videos like this. We're talking about startups, entrepreneurship. We're talking about sales, hustling. And make sure to go to blog.close.io and subscribe to our blog. Lots and lots of valuable content coming your way. I'm Steli Efti with Close.io. And if you're in college right now, and if you're thinking about joining a startup, why not just send me an email, steli@close.io. Maybe we're the right place for you. All right, let's go out there and crush it today.
Do you want to manually log calls in your sales CRM, or do you want more of this? Close.io helps you close more deals with less effort. Try it free at Close.io.